Today I'm going to show you the wonders of grouping notes and rests while staying awake. The standard practice for simple time signatures is to avoid ties where possible. Here are some examples. For 2/4 and 3/4, quavers should be beamed together up to a full bar or to fill half the bar in 4/4. In 4/4 they're not beamed over the middle of the bar, over beats 2 and 3. So if this is the rhythm you want to write down, then in 4/4 this is the correct way to show it. In 3/4, a dotted crotchet note followed by 3 quavers is best grouped like this, to avoid any confusion with 6/8. The general pattern from all of this is, notes shorter than a quaver are beamed together in beats so it's nice to look at. Moving to compound time signatures, notes lasting 2 beats are written with a dotted minim as shown in these examples. As well as this, the standard practice is to write out all the rhythms so it's easy to see where the beats are at, therefore using ties is a-okay. Quavers also follow this rule. Standard practice is that every beat should have a rest of its own. Example A's. As long as you don't use an unnecessary amount of rests in a bar, it looks ugly. But there's an exception to this, and of course it's for 4/4. 2-beat rest should be used at either half of the bar, not in the middle. Anyway, the general pattern is every note needs a little rest mate, and every beat needs a normal rest mate, then you move on with life. In compound time, the rule is a little silly. If the first 2 quavers of a dotted crotchet beat are silent, then you can write them both ways. But if the last 2 quavers of a dotted crotchet beat are silent, then you have to write them like this, by music theory law. I'll say that again because it makes no sense. If the first 2 quaver beats are silent, then write them how you like. If the last 2 quaver beats are silent, then please write them like this. Apart from this, every beat should have a rest of its own. Bear in mind that a beat in compound time refers to a dotted crotchet or dotted minim, and the same thing applies that a note needs a rest mate. You get the picture. I'm sorry for putting you through that. There's more tedious rules to learn, so onwards. So there's no easy way of putting this. There are other time signatures out there that are scarier than compound time signatures, but they're easy to write and group notes in because you can think of it like doubling or halving the note value. Look at this example. In 2/4, a crotchet is worth 1 beat. If you go to 2/2, a minim is worth 1 beat. So mate, all you have to do is just double the value of everything and it all works. Doubling the quaver gets you a crotchet, doubling that crotchet rest gives you a minim rest, and it all fits perfectly in the bar. Yippee! However, the fun ends there because 5/4 time signatures exist. Only joking, just make sure that it doesn't use loads of ties and you'll be fine. So you know how there are triplets, right? Well, in compound time signature, there's duplets, which are 2 notes within a beat. That's it. So you know how I said there are triplets and duplets a couple seconds ago? Well, there's more. You can subdivide a beat into 5 equal notes, 6, 7, 9, however many you feel like. The main takeaway is this. Divisions of 3 can fit into half of the beat value, like triplet quavers in 2/4, because they fit into 1 beat. Divisions of 5, 6 and 7 can fit into a quarter of the beat value, like semiquaver quintuplets in 2/4. Divisions of 9 to 15 can fit into an eighth of the beat value, like demi-semiquavers non-uplets in 2/4. What a word, what a word. And remember, they all fit into 1 beat. That's key. So you know that little bit on duplets? Well, there's more. A dotted crotchet is usually divided into 2 quavers and becomes a duplet, but sometimes composers choose crotchets and put a bracketed 2 around them. Here's a picture of other examples. I wanted to include this bit in the video, just in case you're looking at a piece and wonder why it looks funny. And now to end with a question to see if you've remembered all this mess. How do you write a 2-beat rest in 4/4? Write it for either half of the bar, but not in the middle. And that's it. Hope you learned something, and I'll catch you dudes next time.